We are back again for another video. It is Thursday. Yesterday we actually took an L. We're going to give you an update on Wednesday's trade and Thursday's continuation, whether we're either going to take a buy or a sell today. But overall, this month has been like a buying biased. Anyway, if you guys like this video, hit that like and subscribe. You know I'm not going to stop till I get to the top. Let's get to the video. Okay, so this is what happened on Wednesday. I took a buy, and funny thing about this, guys, I actually not recalibrated, I reanalyzed my trade, and I saw that I actually made a grave mistake. I had FOMO. To put it in short, I had FOMO, and I was never supposed to take this trade here. At least it was supposed to be here, but by the time it would have happened, I would have been asleep. So I shouldn't have taken a trade today at all, because here should have been the best opportunity. Which I did see, but I didn't actually wait. I wasn't patient. So it should have been around here. As you guys can see, the time is clearly like 10:30, 10:35, and I usually sleep at 10. I usually stop trading at 10 and hold my trades if it's looking nice. And if not, I'll just bring my stop loss to break even, just depending on what's happening. So from this, guys, I'm just going to show you from the above higher time frame analysis. The reason why I said I should have taken a buy here, as you can clearly see, there was a 4-hour liquidity hanging here, and I think during my trade yesterday, I think I might have accidentally misread or misanalyzed this weekly open price for a 4-hour liquidity, or I replaced a 1-hour liquidity for a 4-hour liquidity. So in the end, I did kind of fuck up, and I should have been more patient. Even though this wasn't going to be successful, this was the better area, and this was the place I was supposed to wait, although there was a few confluences here. But what I do got to realize is I do got to learn something from what happened on this trade. And what happened in this trade right now is I decided to take a buy at the weekly open price and the monthly open price, hoping that the probabilities would be in my favor. Turns out it didn't, and now we need to understand why. So going more in depth, we can see that this was the move up, didn't make it all the way up, but why did it stop there? So we're going to measure here to down here. We can clearly see that price just wanted a retracement due to the fact of the higher time frame, nothing else, because what I'm seeing on the 5-minute isn't really showing me much. And you can clearly see for the past few weeks, price has just been shooting up with barely any retracement. So we could be seeing a bigger retracement here, like it did last time, or we could be seeing just price continuing to go a bit more higher and higher. It is getting closer to the end of August, as it is the 28th, yesterday, 29th actually, yesterday was the 28th. So we understand why price will be coming back for the retracement. What I could have done better was to be more patient and not have taken a trade at all, because the opportunity that it did present me with was shown later, meaning I wouldn't have taken it because it wasn't in my time frame. So from that, let's go to the next day. The next day, which is right now, currently what's happening. I was actually planning on taking a sell here, but I decided not to due to the fact that I'm ultimately looking for a buy. Unless prices repeatedly broken structure, then I'll be looking for a retracement to a certain area where it's most common for price to rebel off or to reject off. But for the time being, I was actually looking for a sell here, because I do think price is going to come down before it goes up, and I want to get the down movement and the up movement. But in this case, guys, I'm taking 1 L this week. That was my first trade yesterday, and I like starting myself off well, and if it's not well, then I just be very conservative and critique and very strict. So I'm planning on taking a buy in this area, guys, right here, due to the fact that there's a monthly open price. I'm not too sure. I don't think there's a 4-hour here, but there's also a 30-minute liquidity right here, or down here. And down here, there's the 1 hour, there's the daily, and it's also just between the 78.60% retracement and the 86.40% retracement, I'm pretty sure. So we can clearly see that if I was to take a sell here, it looks like I would have been pretty accurate, although we're just going to be patient anyway. And today is really big because there is unemployment claims, which I'm pretty sure that is NFP. And the fact is, when I see this, guys, I get really annoyed because of how much momentum and how much force is coming down, because I did calculate that this was going to happen, but it's happening so quickly that I'm kind of annoyed. So I do hope for price to quickly get to one of these two areas so that it matches in with my timing, so I can take a buy and it just suits well. But for the time being, I'm just going to be patient and wait for price to get to my chosen areas. So I'll catch you guys in a few more hours or possibly a few more minutes to see what happens. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to be taking a buy soon, very soon. Hopped in a bit early, I think. Let me just double check. No, I hopped in a pretty good area. 1.31786, 1.31786, something like that. So it is a bit higher. Although the reason why I took a buy right here is because, hold on, I may just make my stop loss 16. The 16 kind of looks like a better. I'm risking a bit more. Although price has really grabbed all liquidity where I can see everything, so if price decides to validate me right now, I think it's just going to continue going down. The reason why I took this buy here as well is just because, you know, I was essentially planning to take a buy here or here, although price didn't give me the opportunity and kept dribbling down. When price kept dribbling down, I just waited for price to give me the opportunity to take a buy when price grabbed the purple liquidity. In this case, price just missed it, although this liquidity was recent and this liquidity grabbed another bigger liquidity. So I can see how price doesn't necessarily need to grab it, but if it does, I gave it a bit of space. And I do expect price just to come back at least to the daily open and go past it. If price makes it to the daily open before New York, then I'm going to hold it. And if price is still wandering around in this area before New York, then I'm just going to have my take profit at New York. So yeah guys, I'll catch you all in like a few hours or minutes and see what's happening with the trade. Okay guys, this is how it's looking after like a few hours, and I'm gonna end it here so I can get this video out today. But as you can see, we have a good probability of price pushing to the upside, especially when there's news coming soon. I'm planning on putting a 3.5 pip stop loss just below this. I'm gonna call it a 15-minute liquidity. So it's something there. So it's going to be just below where we actually entered in, due to the fact that price usually likes to come down to grab it once again. In this case, I'm assuming it won't come down, but I'm just going to have that just in case, because usually price would like to grab it and then continue pushing back up, and I just don't want to have that mistake happening over and over again. So for this, guys, we can see clearly that price can push down to the downside, and it can also push to the upside. We're betting on the upside due to the fact that the higher time frame is with us to the upside. So that's why we are wanting to take a buy. Another thing as well, guys, price did not come back down to grab this liquidity, so we're assuming that it's already been caught, or that the reason why it doesn't need to grab this 4-hour liquidity is because this 4-hour liquidity was really recent, that it doesn't necessarily need to be grabbed once again. And if it does, you can assume that price wants to push back to the downside and continue going down. So in this case, guys, we're just going to assume that price is going to push to the upside because that's our bias, and we're taking a buy bias. And do I regret anything? No, I still think price is going to push to the upside. I'm going to actually cap my take profit to the amount of money that I would need to essentially pass the first phase, because I'm actually pretty close to the first phase. Probably need a 1 to 5, so I don't need to hold this over time and potentially miss a 1 to 5 or something that I would actually need. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Honestly, this trade is looking really well, not too bad. I'll catch you guys for tomorrow. Let me know what you all think. Hit that like and subscribe. Peace.